Hello one and all, and welcome back to more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I am the Max a Few Trades, and the last part, well, I gotta be honest, now that I really think about it, a lot of stuff happened. I mean, we went into the park, and we tried to get ourselves some information, anything at all, and we ended up almost getting murdered by a gargantuan Ferris wheel that was like following us around. It was remote controlled by Layton's arch enemy that Layton does not know why he hates him so much, which is very funny to me. And we also learned that said arch enemy, was also disguised as Inspector Chelmy, and it turns out he was never even here in the first place. It was all a big bamboozlement, and that was pretty crazy. We also went back into the underground, and we found ourselves a key that'll let us get into the tower, and, well, wouldn't you know it, here we are. We're about to head on into the tower and see what happens, and maybe, just maybe, get ourselves an answer or two. You never know. You never know. You got a hint coin hanging out inside one of these mossy patches or something? Yeah! I'll be honest, I wasn't really expecting that to work, but it did. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, but looks like you've solved at least 75 puzzles. I have. I think it was said it was 89. All right, then go on in the tower. Who might I inquire is talking? This place gives me the creeps, as it really should. It's very structurally unsound. Plus, it's all murky in here, and I can't see a oh my. Yeah. All right, yeah, this building is definitely not up to code. Did we just fall through the floor? Did we just take ourselves a big ol' heckin' tump? Oh, yeah, we did. Ow. My head. Luke, are you all right, my boy? No injuries, I hope. Don't worry, Professor, I'm fine. And yourself?
I'm fine, except I was impaled on a metal pipe.
Oh my God!
Could you imagine? That'd be a twist. Nothing a good long bath later won't solve. But more importantly, where are we? Some sort of catacombs nightmare, I suppose? This room is stuffed to the gills with curious machines. Isn't that a different Layton game? Layton and the Curious Machine, I think? I don't know. I've seen a lot of titles, I don't actually know. Anyway, I've never seen anything like them. What do you suppose they do? What in the world? Look over there on the wall, Professor. My word. Whoa, now what the heck is that? There are views from all over town displayed here. Don't they almost look like blueprints? And what's this? Almost every village's name is on the wall. And keys? Why keys? Professor, what if somebody is using this place to keep an eye on what's going on in St. Mystery? Look, there are stairs over there. Let's get out of here. This place gives me goosebumps. Yes, you're quite right, Luke. Let's head out. Personal safety is going to have to take a bit of a priority. What's with the creepy dolls? Oh, I don't even get to, there's nothing I can do with the creepy dolls. I don't even comment on the creepy doll. You know what? I accept that. I understand, I accept, and I appreciate the fact that we're not getting into it. I don't need to. Oh, what's this notebook? Did you find something interesting? I might have. I don't know. I think so. This notebook looks like someone's been using it as a diary. Just a little longer now. Soon this village will complete the task it was designed for. I've waited so long for this day, but as it comes closer, I feel a little lonely. I hope that, at the very least, the young mistress finally finds happiness at the end of all this. The poor journal looks like it's been through a lot. All the pages are terribly frayed. I bet all the scraps of paper we found in the village came from here. Okay, so now I have a new theory. I don't think it's pod people. What if this entire village is full of automatons? Like these dolls, and the keys to like access part of them, and that would explain why you could mess with their memory, right? Because they're automatons, and you could probably, I don't know, factory reset them or something. That would be a freaky deaky bit of a twist. Oh dear. All right, anything else to look at all? No? All right then, we can just get right on out of here. Yeah. What's this? It's some sort of creepy man. You! You two again. What are you two doing here? What are you up to? Just a moment, sir. What are you talking about? I knew it! You came here to steal my secrets, didn't you? Well, steal them is a bit of a harsh way of referring to it. We're more so just kind of attempting to illuminate them, you know? Make them less secret-y, more public information-y. Didn't you? Don't play dumb with me. I see right through you. Don't think I haven't been watching. I watch everybody here. I'm weird like that. I've seen you two sniffing about every nook and cranny in town, even the suspicious ones, getting in the way of my work. Now I've had it, so unless you want trouble, give me back number 38. Please calm yourself, sir. Just listen to what we have to say for a moment. We haven't intended to get in the way of your work. We are merely searching for the golden apple. Neither of us knows anything about this number 38 business. Oh! Did you just say the golden apple? You're really here looking for the golden apple, then? Precisely. Do you know anything that could be of any help to us? So that's how it is, huh? What you're looking for is on the top floor of the tower. But watch out, because the puzzles in this tower are harder than a whole mess of diamond-tipped drills. Oh, how delightful! I know they call you a puzzle master, but are you sure you have what it takes to solve them? Now, why would you go and tell us something like that? I bet you just want to set us up to walk right into some sort of trap. I mean, do we have any other options? What would I possibly gain from doing something like that? I don't know, you hate us. Could lead us to our deaths, or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. Not to mention, it's my duty to guide those who seek the golden apple toward their goal. You want to explain a little bit more? Some mischief maker, Marina? Snuck into the village and had me all confused. But I think I've figured things out now. Seeing as how it's your duty and all, would you mind filling us in? What is Saint Mystery's big secret? Alright, you've convinced me, apparently. The name is Bruno. I work for the Reinhold family. For some time now, I've managed Saint Mystery from up here in the tower. Managed Saint Mystery? You're the one who manages the life of each of the villagers, aren't you? What in the world are you two talking about? Surely you must have seen them too, Luke. Do you recall the cogs we found about the— Oh my god, the cogs? Did they fall out of the villagers? Is that why they didn't feel well? Because they're malfunctioning? Because they're robot? Whoa! Whoa! The names we saw in that room? Oh. All the villagers in Saint Mystery are robots created by Bruno. Okay, well, technically they're androids, but I'm not gonna split hairs about it. What do you mean the villagers are all robots? In other words, the inhabitants of Saint Mystery aren't human, but intricately constructed machines. They're androids. I hope you guys don't mind if I just, correct the text. They're androids, my boy. I have to say, I'm astonished that anyone could build such elaborate machines in this day and age. You must be quite the engineer, sir. That's a bit of an understatement. Aren't you a sharp one? I never imagined you figured out so much of the mystery by yourself. And he was just keeping all of this from Luke? What do you mean, sir? Saint Mystery isn't a real town, Luke. It was construction by Bruno and the late Baron. How am I doing so far, Bruno? You're right on the money. Master believed that one day an heir worthy of his fortune would come forward. He had me build this city on rock and roll, and all who dwell within it to prepare for that day. Then he hid his greatest treasure, the golden apple, away in the top floor of this tower. I was ordered to protect it with my life. Until the person arrives who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple, I will continue to protect it. Remarkable. I'm impressed at how far Baron Reinhold went to protect his treasure. Luke's slowly getting over the fact that everyone is a robot. It's not just any treasure, mind you. Do they know they're robots? How sentient are they as people? All of them? Like literally every last one except Bruno and the Baron? That's crazy. Wait, then does that mean he... Okay, wait. Okay. There's two possible paths for the Baron. Did he have a wife who passed away, and he had an android created that looked like her? Or was he in love with an android and it broke down and a duplicate was created? I imagine it's the first, but the second would be wild. It's not just any treasure, mind you. The golden apple was the Baron's most precious treasure. But Why go through all this just to hide treasure? Why build an entire village to protect it? Whoops. Seems I've been a little loose-lipped there. Yeah, you kind of just let everything spill out, didn't you? I've already said more than I should have. The answers you're looking for are waiting for you at the top of the tower. Go on, then. Show me if you're the one who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple. Okay. Sure. Well, oh. Oh, yeah, okay. So he was kidnapping people to fix them. Interesting. I am immensely curious. Immensely curious. Oh my goodness. This got wild. Professor, look. The stairs are barred off. Ah, this must be one of the puzzles Bruno warned us about. It does look quite difficult. This is perfect timing, my boy. I'm in the mood for a puzzle with some meat to it. Oh boy. That's concerning. But okay, we'll give it a try. Wait, get the ball. Oh. 70 Pika Rats. Uh-oh. This perplexing door has a device on it that contains a small red ball in the upper left corner. If you guide the ball to the hole in the lower right, it looks like the door might open. Slide blocks out of the way and move the balls. The shortest possible route involves 21 moves. Well, ain't that just something interesting for everybody around here? All right, but that ain't me. That ain't me. All right, so I need to make some serious shifty swifts. You dig? I think you do. So we'll do something like that, maybe? That kind of felt like it was sort of accurate, but sort of kind of fell apart a little bit there, if I'm honest with you. All right. Yeah, I don't see anything else for me to do when it comes to moving the ball in this regard. How terribly tragic. What if we just... No, if we keep trying to move things like that, that ain't gonna work. All right. I already foresee this taking a considerable amount of time. Let us speed things up a little bit. Okay, there you go. Woo! The problem was, I don't know if I sped this up or cut it out or what, but I had the red ball over here and I just could for the life of me not figure out how to get the red ball over to the right side. Eventually, I kept like mentally going through just about everything I possibly could, and it didn't look like it was even remotely possible, and it turns out it wasn't. I had to do an entirely different thing, so
There we go.
I spent like, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or whatever just trying to do something that was literally impossible. Jesus. I do not like slider puzzles. Were you able to get the ball to the hole without shuffling too much back and forth? No. If you had to move the ball lots of times to reach the goal, don't worry. Figuring out how to get to the goal in the fewest moves possible is an interesting puzzle in itself. Yeah, well, it's not what I'm interested in. There we are. Come on, Luke. We must press on. I just want to see the mysteries get solved, okay? All right, lead the way, Professor. Say, Professor, there's something that's been on my mind for a while. Oh? What is it, Luke? I don't know what subterfuge means. When the crank for the bridge was stolen, we were sealed in the village along with Don Paolo. Don Paolo, that's the name that escaped me earlier. It could be just me, but I feel like this wasn't just a coincidence. Somebody planned it. But whom, Stiv? Oh, you moron, Luke. I don't have any direct evidence of it, but I'd wager it was Bruno's doing. Bruno? But why in the world would Bruno do something like that? Is he some sort of jerk? Do you remember what he said? It's his duty to show the way to those who seek the golden apple. But naturally, Bruno had no idea what kind of people would come to St. Mystery seeking that treasure. It's likely he trapped us in the village to buy himself some time to evaluate who we were. He wanted to see if we were worthy of the secret. That's terribly presumptuous of him, don't you think? How could he think either of us were bad people? He doesn't even know us. Oh, who knows how Bruno saw it, Luke. I'm certain he was just being careful in his own crazy person way. I mean, let's not even mince words on that matter. He is an absolute loon, a crazy person, an absolute space case. He is messed in the head, Luke. You don't break your brain trying to understand his brain, is what I'm trying to say. After all, Don Paolo managed to sneak in with us. Bruno probably had his hands full and needed time to see what kind of people had entered the village. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask about that too. Luke, we really should get started here. Stop nosing your way into my personal affairs, Luke. You can ask me your question while we're climbing. Oh my god. Can at least one of the many things that we're going up against maybe not be as stupidly difficult? Oi. I mean, it wasn't even difficult. There was just a trick to it that I couldn't figure out. Alright, I can't believe I relented and actually used hint coins on that thing, expecting it to be of any value whatsoever. I don't know why I did that. Ugh. Let's see, any chance of there being... There we go, okay, I got the hint coins that I've lost back. Woo! Now let's not use them unless it actually serves a point. Oh, not another locked door. Whoever built this tower must enjoy watching people suffer. Yeah, you could say that. Well, my boy, are you just going to stand there and complain about it? I mean, I'm allowed to complain and do my job at the same time. It's in the contract. No, leave this puzzle to me. I'll have us out of here within the next 5 to 6 business weeks. Oh god, numbers. You need to solve this magic square in order to proceed. A magic square is a set of numbers organized in a square so that adding any string of 3 numbers, be they horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, result in the same total. You know what? I honestly think I've solved a puzzle just like this at one point in my life, but god, I do not remember how. 1 and 2 have already been placed on the square for you. Complete the rest of the square to open the lock. Alright, now this is one of those puzzles where hints are definitely going to give stuff away. Okay, so everything needs to equal the exact same number, no matter what. Alright. Okay. I think... Is 5 the magic number that always works for this sort of thing? I'm not sure. I really don't know. Like, I don't know, 2 and 5 is 7, and 1 and 5 is 6. So, I guess we just have to start experimenting? Alright, so 1, 5, and 3. That gets you the number 9. So 2 and 5, that's 7. And there is no way to make that equal 9, so the gold... Okay, so we just have to figure out what the main number that we're looking for is. So that's not going to work. Say we did this. 2, 5, and 3. That would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1 and 5 is 6. And that would be 4. So that would, 1, 5, and 9, 10. And 3 and 5. Wait. That's okay. So yeah, that would make 5 and 5, and that would make 10, and 2 and 5 and 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 2 10s. That's a good start. That's a good start. Is there anything I can do to make this happen? The answer would be no. Because anything I attach here to make this work, for 1 and 3 to equal 10, is going to put 5 way over. All of these would do that. So nope, 10 is not the number we're looking for. 10 is not the number we're looking for. Alright, but what if I move it here? 4, 1, and 3. I think it's going to need to be a number. Just because we have 9 and 8 and 7. Like, those are such big numbers. I think it has to be something well past 10. So let's see. Let's actually... Then again, we don't even know if 5 is indeed the magic middle number that we're trying to go for. So it all could mean nothing in the end. Absolutely nothing. Okay. I'm just trying to remember. It's like there's... I don't know. There's definitely some sort of, like, I keep calling it the magic number, that, like, a number that no matter what you do always ends up working with other numbers, and I'm almost positive that 5 has to be that number, you know? Okay. If that's so, then maybe, okay, let's go off my theory, and assuming that's correct, what would be a number that's good for 5? Okay, I would guess anything divisible by 5. And we know that 10 isn't going to work, so how about we try 15? How about we try 15 and see if that works? All right, so let's move everything out of the way again for a second. Okay, so what would 2 and 5, what do we need with a 2 and a 5? So that gives us 7, and 7 and 7 is 14, so we want 8. Let's try that. That's 15. So what and 8, which is 9. We need a number that'll get that to 15, which would be 6. 6 plus 5 is 11, and we need 4 more, so we'll do that, and there you go, there's another one. Okay, 4 and 8 is 9, 10, 11, 12, so we need a 3. Okay, I think we might be onto something here. Then 2 and 6 is 8, so in order to get that, we want 7. Does 7 and 5 and 3 work for that? Yes, because take 2 out of that and add it to 5, you can get 3 5s, and that's 15, which means 2 and 9 and 4, that would be 10, and then 11, and then, yeah, okay! Okay! I had some, like, weird, vague, phasey memories of a puzzle like this in some other game. I don't even know if it was another game I've Let's Played, or if it was a game even earlier, or if it was some other situation where I would be doing puzzles. I don't even know what that would be. Any 3 numbers aligned horizontally, vertically, or diagonally should add up to 15. Magic squares have been around for thousands of years. The earliest record of a magic square dates back to 650 BC in ancient China. God damn! I got it! The door's open now! Good show, Luke. So, what was it you were asking me earlier? I'm all ears now. Oh, I wanted to know when Don Paolo snuck his way into the village. It seemed like he followed us here. The only way into St. Mystery is through the drawbridge. Plus, I doubt Franco would let in such an obviously evil character as him. He's very blatantly evil. Yes, to be honest, I still haven't quite figured out how Don Paolo entered St. Mystery myself. I've just been kind of going off the assumption it was a hang glider. But it seems that after he made his way in, he tried to stay at Beatrice's inn. And how did that go? Not great. Oh, so that's the man who skipped out on his bill. Figures it was Don Paolo. So that weasel did himself up to look like Inspector Chelmy, snuck into the mansion. And hold on, when did he kill Simon? I don't think he ever did that, because everything is a robot. I think he just malfunctioned. We'll get to that in a moment. We must keep climbing. Come along! Quickly, there's no time! Ha-ha! Alright then. Up we go! Ah, it's you! Are you a robot? I assume not, but are you a robot? Ah, konnichiwa, amigos. God, your way of talking almost feels like it's offensive somehow. You're like an uber tourist. So glad to see other people. I thought I'd be wandering this place forever. How did you get in here? We left the door open, didn't we? There's no way you solved all those puzzles. You could have jumped over the hole we left. Je ne sais pas. It just happened, un momento. I'm wandering the sewers, the next thing I know, I'm here. I take it this isn't the local hotspot my guidebook promised it would be. How curious. So where is it you'd like to go? If you go down these stairs, you can return to the village proper. Just make sure you don't fall into the large hole by the entrance. That was the mistake we made. Ah, Zay. This should be enough information to get me there. But may I ask one more favor? All this talk of stairs has reminded me of Nazo, I know. Answer it for me, por favor. I don't know what language Nazo is, but I guess that means puzzle. Take the stairs. Ay, Chihuahua. Okay. You have business on the 8th floor of a 10-story building. It took you 48 seconds to make your way from the 1st floor to the 4th. If you keep moving at the same speed, how long will it take you to reach the 8th floor from the 4th? Huh. Okay, well that actually seems pretty simple, actually. Okay. So then, I'm just gonna use a calculator. I'm allowed to use a calculator, right? Mental math is for nerds. Okay, so it took 48 seconds, assuming we're not getting progressively tired, like if this is like a Shinra HQ moment. Assuming that's not a factor, and it doesn't say that it is, it takes 48 seconds to get from the first floor to the top of the 4th floor. And I can already see an easy trick point where you'd think, oh, so it took 48 seconds to go 4 stories. No! No, that's not how it is. It took 48 to go up 3 flights of stairs to get to the 4th. And then, so that's 16 seconds per floor. And we want to get to the 8th floor. So to climb the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th, then that's another, hang on, how do I put this into a calculator? Then it would be, okay, wait, no. So 16 per floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To go up 7 flights of stairs would be 16 times 7. Is that right? I don't think that's right. Dang it. Damn it, I thought I had this. That feels wrong, though. Is it, though? No, maybe it's not. Okay, you know what? If it's wrong, it's wrong. Let's just give it a try. All right, 112.
Luke, here's my answer.
No, I got something wrong somewhere.
Frankly, I'm ashamed.
Too bad. You're on the 4th floor, so you've already come halfway to the 8th floor. Or have you? Yeah, no, we haven't. I already figured out that trick. It's something else entirely that I'm messing up on, it would seem. That's terribly unfortunate. Okay. Well, I know for a fact that, yes, it does take 16 seconds to do that. Okay. Then, maybe let's not do times. Maybe times was my main issue that I screwed up. Okay. 48 seconds to get to climb that many. Climb 3 flights of stairs. God, I know this is simple, too. That's what's bothering me so much right now. You have no idea. Okay, come on, brain. I'm sure we can do this. If we believe in ourselves. Power of positivity, y'all. Okay. Okay, so that's not how it works. Oh, that's where I'm... Okay, yeah, no. For some reason, I was adding the time that we had already spent. Oh, no. Time, okay, no, then it... Yeah, okay. I was adding the time that we had already spent climbing to my ultimate total. That's not what we want. That's what I was messing up on. That's... Okay. There we go. That has to be it, right?
Luke, here's my...
That's why the number seemed so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Because I was adding more than I was supposed to. Oh, there you go. You're right! Going from the... At least I figured out its trick. You know, it's not nothing. Anyway, going from the 1st floor to the 4th floor means you climb a total of 3 flights of stairs. Going from the 4th to the 8th floor means you have to go up an additional 4 flights of stairs. Bing, bang, boom. Chaka, chaka, boom. Grazie. Now I'm ready to go back to the village. Tup. What a strange fellow. Professor, do you suppose that man is human? I believe so. He's an odd one, though, isn't he? I've never seen an explorer with such a poor sense of direction. Well, that's a pretty common trope, actually. Stranger still is how he entered St. Mystery. I don't think even he knows how he did it. Perhaps his presence yesterday was another reason why Bruno felt compelled to hide the crank. I wonder if that's a character we're just going to see in later games. He just keeps showing up in places. I could easily see that happening. Anyway, you hiding another coin somewhere? Somewhere around these here parts? Doesn't seem like it. Alright then, fine! I'll simply go towards your gate. It seems that we've faced with another puzzle locked, Luke. I meant to ask you, but our run-in with that explorer distracted me. How did Simon... you know... All in good time, my boy. First, we need to solve this puzzle here. Looks to be quite the challenge. Of course. Is this a 70 challenge, or... What are we talking about? A 60 challenge. Ah. Oh, god damn it, you're making me slide more bullcrap. Ah! Tired of leading a sheltered life, the princess is trying to escape her castle. Armed guards, however, are blocking her path. Wow, that's a really terrible place to be. Slide the blocks out of the way to move the red one out the exit to the right. So the princess is proverbially the red one. All right, her freedom depends on you. Can you do it? Hell if I know, my dude. But I guess I ain't got no choice. I gotta friggin' try. Let's see. I need to get... Oh, wait. What? How do you figure that works? I need to get this. Slide the blocks out of the way to move the red one out of the exit. I get that, but there's nowhere for this thing to go that would let that happen. I can't turn this purple block, so there's literally no way on earth for the red one to ever fit. There's no arrangement for that. That's concerning. Unless, ooh, that looks tricky. Okay. That looks like a fine, sticky wicket indeed, if you know. Right into the thick of it. All right. I don't know if I'm onto something or not. I don't think I am. I don't. Hang on. Hang on. I think I almost have something here. Almost, but not quite. Damn, I say. Damn. All right. No, there's got to be... Hang on, maybe do something like... No, because these are still very much in the way. I need to get... that the hell out of here. So that needs to stay. Well, no, there's still no way to get the red... Alright, let's see here. I need to move that purple block is what I really need. But the question is, how the flying hell? How in the flying I need to move it even more than that? All right, back to speeding up. Oh, slider puzzles. You shall continue to be my eternal nemesis. Why do slider puzzles have to be the way that they are? You feel like you're making progress when it turns out, no, sorry, that was just one of the 2 or 3 dead ends that you're very physically capable of falling into. But because you put so much thought and effort into getting to where you were, that you feel locked in. You feel trapped with the idea and the progress you've made. But sometimes you just didn't. You've been wasting your time the whole dang time. And you have to start over and do something entirely different in order to find the actual solution. So you have to, like, throw away all the progress you thought you'd made. But you don't know if are you really about to toss away all that progress you just made? Because maybe the progress that you made is the way to the actual solution, and you're just giving up too soon. It sucks, dude. I hate slider puzzles. There we are. The door should open now. Oh, amazing as always, Professor. I think that took you marginally less time than the last one. Shut up, Luke. Anyway, now about Simon. What exactly happened in the mansion? Did Don Paolo really, make off with Simon? No. Oh, I'd say so. I didn't. Oh, okay. This is just my theory, mind you, but I think Don Paolo followed us into the manor. That's when he met Simon, or came across him, as the case may be. I suspect Simon had already collapsed when Don Paolo found his body sprawled out on the floor. Gaspathy! He shook! Just like with Ramon. So maybe Simon had also stopped functioning properly? Huh? I guess all these robots break down sooner or later. But when they do, Bruno comes to collect them. Then he fixes them here in the basement of the tower. Oh, do you suppose the noises from the tower are actually the sounds of Bruno's machines working? I think you're spot on, Luke. That must be why people began to associate the disappearances with the roaring from the tower. I don't know, I still feel like that massively loud noise from the gate opening and closing has to play a factor, but whatever works for you guys. Don't forget that, despite his peculiar appearance, Don Paolo is a scientific genius. Therefore, he probably realized why Simon had stopped moving. If it weren't for the golden apple, Don Paolo likely would have left St. Mystery right then. Things got way too real. I'm sure he was eager to take the robot apart and learn how it worked. Or that too, whatever. And that must be when he decided to disguise himself as Inspector Chelmy, right? That rat made up the whole murder story on the spot. But that's not the whole mystery. Come, Luke, we must keep moving. I'll explain the rest as we go. Alrighty, if then you simply must. If then you simply must go and do that. There you go, there's another couple mysteries taken care of. Hey, stupendous. Alright then, keep it going, keep it going. What in the butt, the what in the hay now? It's the lady with the slurred speech. Yeah. Fancy meeting you here, dearie. How'd you like to try a little puzzle I made up? How on earth did she get up here? She must have overtaken us at some point. Funny, I didn't even see the old girl pass us. How? We take up the hallways with our. Nyum, 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 nyum. Quit whispering amongst yourselves and try out my puzzle already. It's a humdinger! It's a humdinger! Okay, card order, huh? You've placed one joker and 4 aces with different suits face down on a table. Use the hints below to determine the position for each card. Okay. The club is to the immediate right of the heart. Can I rearrange these while they're here? I can. Okay. The club is to the immediate right of the heart. Neither the diamond nor the joker... Oh, the diamond, so that's a spade. The diamond or the joker is next to the spade. Okay, if that's possible. Okay, so if the diamond can't be near the spade, so I can't just flip that. Which means, in order for this to work, we'll do it one bit at a time, one bit at a time. Okay, so wait, no. The club is to the immediate right of the heart. I'm stupid. Okay. Neither the joker nor the diamond is next to the club. Neither the diamond nor the spade is next to the heart. Okay. Okay, gotta take this one step at a time. Okay, so as is, the club, right next to the heart. Now, the diamond and the joker are not next to the spade, which means... What does that mean? It means the spade has to be next to either the club or the heart. That's what that means. Neither the joker nor the diamond is next to the club. And right now, the diamond and the joker are not next to the club. Neither the diamond nor the spade is next to the heart. Okay. Okay, let's look it over again. The club is to the immediate right of the heart, and it is. Neither the diamond nor the joker is next to the spade, which they are not. Neither the joker nor the diamond is next to the club, which it's not. Neither the diamond nor the spade is next to the heart, which it isn't. How's that then?
Luke, here's my answer.
Yeah! Okay. That was a 70, was it? Seemed a little lesser, but okay. Only a strong grasp of the principles of logic can get through a puzzle like this. I mean, it was really just a, step-by-step thing. It wasn't, I don't think it was that difficult. Oh, yes, that's the answer. All right, well, then I guess I'll be off. Come visit me sometime. I guess she followed us in here. I don't like her. I wish she wouldn't. I sure do wish she wouldn't do that thing that she just did and exist in our proximity. Very, very rude of her, I'll have you know. All right. Oh, wow. It's rare to see us standing here. All right. Hey! There's a hinty. There's a hinty one for you. All right. Oh, can't see anything else. More puzzles. Just like I thought. There's another puzzle locking this door. It looks really difficult, Professor. Luke, my boy, haven't you learned by now? No puzzle is without an answer. Now we simply need to find that answer. Here, allow me. If and you simply must. You go right on and show off. Oh, that's a bunch of 3s. Why so many 3s, if you please? Use each of the numbers 1 through 9 exactly once to fill in the blanks and complete the equation. Oh my god, are you serious? What? How in the actual hell am I supposed to do that? Okay, so some number minus some other number equals a bunch of... I don't know. Math is already not my forte, but this feels like... I don't even know... Where do I even begin? How would I even... attempt? I don't... Find a bunch of ways to make... Maybe if I make a bunch of mini equations that end up being 3 at the end? Maybe? Okay. Like, I don't know. 9... Well, no. Because it's not... If it was 5 and 5 numbers, that'd be one thing, but it's not. Okay. Okay. So maybe... What would I have to do? I legitimately don't even know where to begin with any of this. This feels like one of those... Like, I can vaguely kind of recall having to do math like this in school, but I was never any good at it. At all. Y'all cannot be giving me numbers, man. I can't handle them. I can't handle no numbers. Can I have like a head start? At its core, this is a simple math problem. Oh, well, I'm so glad you think it's simple. So you're just going to have to work it out if you want to solve it. That's a great hint. However, there is a way to cut down the amount of work you need to do. Try thinking about the first and last digits for each number. The leftmost digit and the upper number is 4. That helps! Okay, that's a start at least. Okay, I don't want the answer to just be given to me. So it said to... Try thinking about the first and last digits for each number, huh? I don't know. I need a number. You subtract that number. That happens. Like, I don't know. I really wish I had some way of saving face right now, but I am utterly clueless. So 40,000 and something minus something thousand gets us that. Okay, come on, brain. Just work with me a little bit. If we could make any progress at all, it would... Give me an inch and I'll be able to have a mile out of this, okay? Like, the more of this I'm able to solve, the easier the rest of it should be to do, I think. Okay. Okay, you know what? How about just to start? Just to start. Like, okay. Say I just do this. I'm not saying this is the answer. This is just what I'm doing. And I plug that into a calculator. What do I get? Okay, so that gives me 41,319. Clearly not the answer. So how can we take what we have and improve on it? I don't even know if this is a way of solving anything. I don't know if this will work. I just have no better ideas. Okay. Think. There you go. What if it's 41,379 minus 2,658? That gives us 38. Okay. So I really, really need to hit the... So this number needs to be a bigger number. Like, what if I change that to 5, okay? 41,379 minus 5,628. What does that become? That becomes 35. Interesting. Okay. So then, what if I use the biggest number I have? I feel like that's too much. But, what have I got to lose at this point? I'm grasping at straws. Okay, 9,628. That gives us too much. So what if I replace it with a 7? 41,395 minus 7,628 gets us 33,767. Okay. Okay, I mean, that's the first 2 threes, but I don't even know if that means that 7 is quite right. But I mean, I feel like that's technically closer. Okay. All right, so what is the current issue here? I need the number to be even lower. So, say I switch the 6 and the 8. What do we get there? What do we get when we do that? 41,395 minus 7,826. We get 33,569. Interesting. Interesting. How do I take an even bigger number out of this? I guess we could give it 9 and 8. So 41,325 minus 7,986. That's 33,339. That's 4 threes. That's 4 threes. That's 4 threes! Okay, wait. I feel like this shouldn't be working, but it might kind of sort of be working. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. What more do we need here? Oh, Lordy Lou, what are we doing? What are we doing with ourselves? Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay. I think that means that the 9 is good. I think that means that the 9 is good. But what more does it mean? Okay. Think. Maybe if we switch these around. Right? Something like that. 41,386 minus 7,925 equals 33,461. Damn. No, wait. Hang on. There's gotta be something to this. I just need to figure it out. I feel like I'm making progress. Okay. What if... It's all in these. It's all in these last 6. What if I think I'm somewhere close. 41,683 minus 7,952. 33,731. Damn, that's not it either. Okay, wait, no. This number needs to be smaller. Was 3 there originally? What if we put 2 there instead? What if we put that there? I need this number to be smaller. This number needs to be smaller. Okay, 41,268 minus 7,953. That's 33315. Okay. Damn, man, I'm so close. There's something. I can do it. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Just need brain to be cool. What if I just switch those? Is that enough? 41,268 minus 7,935.
There we go.
I have absolutely no idea on earth if this is a actual method of solving math problems, or if I just gave any like mathematician or math enthusiast or number enthusiast the most like absurd aneurysm on the face of the earth. I have no idea, but you can't say that it didn't work. There are 2 correct configurations possible. Did you manage to figure out both? No, and I never will. Creativity and persistence, Luke. As long... Okay, you can't say. You can't say I wasn't being creative or persistent. I was. As long as you have these, no puzzle is beyond your reach. Professor, I was just thinking. I don't think you knew what you were doing at all with that one. Shut up, Luke! Anyway, do you remember that picture we found in Lady Dahlia's room? Yes. The one of the Baron's late wife, Violet, holding a child who appears to be the young Flora? Of course. Well, that's the one. It's uncanny how much Lady Violet looked like Lady Dahlia. Do you suppose Baron Reinhold's journal entries were talking about Lady Dahlia? Sharp thinking, that my boy. I believe it went something like this. The craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Violet when she was alive. They weren't talking about a desk! That's the one that tipped me off. Professor, do you suppose Lady Dahlia is actually a robot built to resemble Lady Violet? That's entirely possible. Maybe even probable, given the circumstances. But if so, what a terribly sad story these entries tell. Do you remember what the next entry said? Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it on multiple occasions. Well, yeah, you tried to replace her mom with a damn android. I'd be freaked out too. Recently, she spends more time playing by Dear Violet's grave than anywhere else. I can see the good intentions of what the Baron was going for, but no, it's not gonna work. I'm sad to say, but I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed its memory. I felt terrible forcing that change on Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Violet, there can never be another you. You are my first, my last, and my only. The Baron arranged for the construction of a robot for Flora that was identical to his late wife. God, that would be the creepiest thing! Honestly, the more accurate that it is, the freakier it would be. But living with a machine that was so similar to his wife must have been too much for him. Thus, he decided to change the robot's personality, and so Lady Dahlia was created. As she was originally created as a mother figure, she must have gone through a confusing transition. Professor, do you suppose these robots feel sadness? Oh boy, we're getting into this. Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I don't know how much of anything these robots are. I don't know how advanced they are. Do they just have a preset thoughts and ideas, or are they evolving? Like, what are we working with here? But I have a feeling that each of these robots has something not unlike a human heart. What do you think? I hope that they do. I hope so too, honestly. Well, there you go with that. Have we not answered the question of the noise? That's rumbling tower. Oh, right, there was an entirely different noise. Rightio. I see. Okay, all right. You got any hit coins in your windows? Oh, whoa, nope, there was one in this cobblestone path. Hell yeah, okay. More puzzle! Do you suppose we're near the top yet? Yes, but it seems that we have another puzzle in the way before we get there. Of course. We always do. 7 squares. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Your task is to draw lines between the pins on this board to form 7 squares. The 7 squares do not have to be uniform in size, but you can only use each pin once. I see. So I need to make 7 squares using these pegs. And I can't use them more than once. Okay, well, I can already tell that we're gonna have to get, like, diagonal. They don't have to be uniform in size. Well, I mean, like, I don't even have a way of explaining it, but, you know, that means they all have to be, be, like, uniform. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, or failing that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that sort of thing. They all have to be that. That's what makes a square. Okay. Jeez. Okay, so then, I mean, I see some obvious points that I could, you know, make squares, but I don't know if that's going to, like, make it impossible for me to make other squares, you know? That's the thing that makes me all confused. Like, say I did this, right? Like, I made that. Like, that makes sense. And so does this. But now I'm gonna have to, like, do a bunch of, like, diagonal things. You know? So, like, is this the right way? Or is this, I don't know. That's the problem. Also, a quick question. I can change the color of the strings? Ah, gotcha. Okay. To try and make it a little less confusing, huh? I can appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Maybe that could be a thing. Maybe. Diamonds. Diamonds are good. Is that a square? That is a square. Okay. I'm just kind of throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. What's another diamond I can do that doesn't involve the... And I imagine I have to, like, maybe use all of the pegs? You think that's a thing, too? Eek, if that is the case, then that's gonna be an issue. Okay, let's just keep on making shapes and see what happens. And then maybe, I don't know, it'll all just kind of like, okay, say I wanted to make one like this. Is such a thing? That seems to work, right? Yeah, I think so. How many squares have I made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, no, and there's, okay. Can I make, I think I can, actually. Hold up. Hold up. Uh-oh, did I break one? I think I broke one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, assuming I didn't do something wrong and one of these is considered wonky, I think that is it. Woo! Am I decent with shapes and patterns? I'm not even sure. I'm not sure what to call it. All playing this game has taught me is that there are certain puzzles that I am atrocious at and some that I take to better. I'm gonna have to, like, people watch, if anybody's watched all this, you can tell me. You can tell me if there's anything going on here, because I'm trying to understand how my brain works. Trekking all those tilted squares was pretty fun, wasn't it? I won't know if I'd call it fun. Now we're free to keep climbing. You know, it's very odd how this tower is simply huge, and yet there's almost nothing inside of it. Yes, quite. Other than Bruno's room in the basement, the whole place is rather bare. Perhaps that is why Bruno's machines make such a racket. This tower is like a giant megaphone. But why would anyone want to construct such a big, purposeless tower? I mean, I don't think it's purposeless. I think it's the point of holding on to the golden apple, isn't it? I'm exhausted. It's exhausting to climb this thing. Did you ever consider that this tower might have been built for the express purpose of exhausting us? This is just another one of the many trials that have been set out for the seekers of the golden apple. Gosh, that makes perfect sense. In fact, it makes so much sense, I feel kind of stupid for even wondering why I didn't understand that. Maybe that's also why the tower looks so scary on the outside. Really, weed out the cowards. And then even once you get in there, man, it's a mess. Ugh. This floor doesn't appear to have any puzzles set up for us. Thank God for that. So if we climb the spiral staircase, maybe we'll reach the top floor? I think you may be right, my boy. It's almost as if that's how stairs work. That ain't no puzzle. Come, let's hurry, boy. Let's go. Bonjour. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a delightful little house. Our view was obscured from the grounds, but who would have suspected a charming cottage like this? Look, the lights are on, Professor. It would appear that someone is living here. Perhaps some sort of murder man. A murder man! Regardless. Okay. Save your progress? Hell no! Let me in. Oh. Return to the village to explore more? That is the telltale sign of a game saying, hey, wait, that put me at the bottom of the tower? Oh, that's such pork and beans. All right, fine, whatever. But that's the game's way of saying, all right, if you go in there, you're going to see the ending of the game, essentially. Okay, but here's the problem I'm currently facing, and the entire reason why I didn't do this is I have never found the I never found the dog's ear or leg. Let's see. Hang on a second. If I were to go back and can I just remove all of these? I can't. All right, fine. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm missing 2 painting pieces. And I have no idea on earth how much stuff is left to get this in puzzle thing working. Yeah. And I want to do that stuff. Okay, you know what? I think I know exactly how I'm going to handle that. Right, okay, all right. Let's actually climb up to the end of the tower and go through the end of the game. Yeah, you guys aren't going to miss that. Okay, yeah, no, I have a plan. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Let's just go ahead and keep going. Get back to the top of the tower. Just keep climbing again. Professor, why did we go all the way back down before climbing immediately back up? Don't argue with my methods, Luke. I know what I'm doing. Yes, continue into the house. After I do that. Don't worry about don't pay any attention to what that was. All right, let's go. What kind of person would live in a place like this? A fancy person, clearly. Unbelievable, just look at this room. The stuff in here has to be worth gazillions. Luke, as a professional puzzle solver, I feel you should know that that's not a number. This must be the top floor that Bruno spoke of. So we might be standing in the same room as the Golden Apple at this very moment. I've been waiting for you two. Aha! Glasses girl!
It's you.
Reveal yourself, daughter of the Baron! Oh my god, it's the daughter of the Baron!
What's this? What's going on here?
My boy, what you see here is the golden apple herself.
The apple of her father's eye! Aha! You're the Golden Apple? Professor, you knew about this? I knew about everything since the day we first got here. The moment we stepped foot on here, I'd solved every puzzle immediately. 'Cause I am a god, Luke. I had an inkling. Not an octoling, don't get them crossed. Don't you see how genius it is, though? The Baron didn't write the will to find a successor to his fortune. His true aim was to find a worthy guardian for his daughter. Well, I guess Layton is a double dad now. And he was willing to put his whole fortune on the line to do so. Yes. My name is Flora. I've been waiting here in the tower for so long. Were you locked up in here the whole time? Well, no. I mean, we saw her wandering around the village at least. Oh, no, but before Papa passed, he told me that I should wait here until someone from outside St. Mystery came for me. Papa said that whoever came for me would be someone I could trust with my life. So that's why you kept watching us move about town. Bleh. What was that? How is that still a noise that's happening?
What's going on? Oh!
Wow.
Here I
Man is Dr. Wiley-ing it up right now, I'll have you know.
Ready or not?
follow me. Come now.
Scoop! Scoop the woman! And run! Follow me! We must evacuate this tower immediately! I don't even know if it's physically possible! What now? Quickly! Use my hat as a parachute! Saved your life!
Luke, go ahead without us. I have an idea. We're fine. Go on.
Hat parachute! Hat parachute!
This way.
What are we going to do? I got it! He didn't actually know at the exact moment he told Luke that he knew. Oh dear. Just wait a moment, Flora. I'm immensely curious. Not for nothing, that's badass, Layton. You just built that? Damn!
Layton, I'll smash you right out of the sky! No! This isn't over yet, Layton! Just you wait! One day, I will have my revenge on you! Hold tight!
Jesus! What about the animals? Are the animals robots? Layton, slightly uncomfortable. Thank goodness you're all right, Professor. And also that other gal, I guess? Don Paolo's flying contraption was something else. I really thought we were done for back there. Well, it'd be a pretty mediocre start to a franchise if we died then and there, wouldn't it, Luke? Yes, it was all quite dodgy, but he also provided us with the answer to one of our own ongoing mysteries. Do you remember that awful noise we heard the first time we visited Reinhold Manor? The one that spooked Claudia? Oh, so that must have been the noise. You put it together! The racket was likely Don Paolo's contraption making a crash landing. If that's the case, then we now know the approximate time of Don Paolo's entrance into St. Mystery. Man crashed himself in. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it figures that Franco wouldn't have noticed his entrance. So if Flora is the golden apple that everyone's been looking for, that means the treasure that Lady Dahlia and the others were chasing never existed in the first place. No, I'm fairly certain they weren't mistaken. I do believe a fortune is hidden somewhere within this town. But the Baron would need to hide it somewhere only the golden apple would know to look. You mean that Flora knows where the treasure is hidden? I mean, it would make the most sense for her to be the inheritor of, like, all of his stuff, right? Like, that just makes perfect sense. I'm sorry, but I don't know about a treasure or anything like that. Let's head back to Reinhold Manor one more time. I suspect we'll clear everything up there. Okay. Nice! Let's keep going! This is exciting! Professor, do you really think the treasure could be located here? Look closely at this painting, Luke. I'm sure it holds the key to the Reinhold fortune. But I've already looked at it. If we solve this mystery, Luke, I'm certain we'll come face to face with the Reinhold treasure. I noticed that there's no, like, apple birthmark on her chest. Touch the painting where the golden apple is hidden. Ah, I see. Well, then it would be right here-ish. I remember now, it's right here. Aha! A hidden switch! The switch seems to have activated the wall. Take a step back or you'll get crushed in the mechanism. I thought it was weird that there was a small staircase over there. To think that Reinhold Manor held the secret behind this painting all along. Looks like there's a passage that leads farther in. Oh. Let's see where the passage goes. Hup, tup, tup. Whoa! Oh my goodness, look at this place! I had no idea. Now, how in the world did you know that the switch was hidden in the painting? Listen closely, Luke. Wisdom wasn't the only thing Baron Reinhold required of potential guardians for his only daughter. You saw too, did you not? That peculiar mark on her neck that only appeared once she laughed. You mean it wasn't there? I'm sorry, what? In other words, Baron Reinhold set out one last requirement for the potential inheritor to his fortune. He wanted someone who could make Flora smile again after losing those dear to her. Flora has a birthmark that only shows up when she's happy? Biologically, how does that work? To that person and that person only would Baron Reinhold reveal the location of his actual fortune. That's unbelievable, Professor. But it all makes sense now. What I want to know, actually, I have a question. Why did Lady Dahlia summon Layton? That must mean they have some degree of self, right? They must. Otherwise, why would she even think to do that? Interesting. Flora. My little Flora. Huh? Where's that voice coming from? Flora, you've made it here at last. That voice? Papa, is that you? Papa? My dear Flora, has the village watched over you as I would have? I built Saint Mystery for you so that you would never have to know true loneliness. Well, to be fair, Bruno did the actual building, but that's besides the point. I was the financier, which makes me more important. In any case, if you've come this far, I suppose it's safe to assume my plan was a success. What if nobody ever solved it? Was she supposed to just live in the tower, sad and alone for the rest of her life? My greatest regret is that I'm not there to see you become a young woman. But please know that I want nothing more than for you to be happy. Whether the person by your side right now can give you that or not is up to you, I suppose. And to you who have found your way to my daughter's side, you have my heartiest congratulations. If you can make it through the barrage of puzzles I set before you. I imagine a person of your abilities has already caught on, but allow me to reveal Saint Mystery's secret. The secret of Saint Mystery? Recently, I was told by my physician that I don't have much time left on this earth. I can come to terms with dying, but the thought of leaving my only child alone in the world torments me. I don't have children, but by God, yeah, no, that would... Ugh. This is why I've commissioned Bruno to construct St. Mystery, so one man built all of this? How long did it take? Considering the fact that his daughter isn't, like, 70 years old, he works fast. At least this way, she'll be safe and protected until she's old enough to venture to the outside world. Streets and buildings are the bones of a village, but its heart is the people who live in it. This is why I asked Bruno to create all the villagers here, as well as all the puzzles hidden within them. I've asked Matthew to make news of my death public only once Flora has grown past childhood. So, stranger, how does my beautiful little flower look now? I imagine she's blossomed into adulthood. Orange Man! Equally important to me is finding someone to whom I can entrust both my daughter and my fortune. This is why the inhabitants of St. Mystery are constantly testing the knowledge of the... So that's why everybody is so freakishly obsessed with puzzles. If you've made it this far, it must mean that you possess both wisdom and dedication to my daughter. Well, sure. I'm confident that you will take good care of my fortune and Flora. I don't know if Layton is going to take up either of those things. That doesn't seem like the kind of thing that's going to happen. This is why everything in this room, the whole of my fortune, belongs to you now. When you remove it from here, St. Mystery will be complete, the objective for which it was created. I imagine the inhabitants will fall into a deep sleep from which they are never to awaken. That's depressing as hell! Now wait just a minute! Is he saying that if we take the treasure, all of St. Mystery will just disappear? I honestly don't know how to answer that question, Luke. This is all a little more science fiction than I was ready for. But it's possible that St. Mystery is designed to shut down the instant we lay a hand on the treasure. Well, then I guess we can't lay a hand on the treasure, now can we? So if that happens, everyone will just... stop? Just like puppets with their strings cut? I leave it to you, brave traveler. Draw the curtain on St. Mystery and lay the lifeless village to rest. Then again... Man, at the exact same time, I'm realizing... I mean, eventually Bruno's gonna pass away too. He's not gonna be able to maintain all of the automatons and androids this for, like, ever. And as we've seen, they do eventually break down. So, I mean, even if we do leave them to their devices, I mean, it's only going to last for so long. Above all else, take care of my precious daughter. She's in your hands now. Oh, Papa. I can't believe it. If we even touch this treasure, all of St. Mystery will just grind to a halt. Flora, by right, this inheritance belongs to you. You should be the one to decide what's done with it. I don't want it. But why have it not, my dear? The people who live here have been with me for so long. Curious as this village is, it's watched me grow up. I want St. Mystery, my village, to stay just as it is forever. I see. Then so it shall be. Well, what of you, Flora? Will you stay here with your village? I mean, is that healthy? Again, how alive are the villagers? I can understand not wanting to see it get destroyed or anything. That much is totally understandable and fair. I get that, but you're gonna need, like, assuming they're not people. This is a very interesting question. Now, this is a puzzle. Are you sure this is quite all right, madam? Certainly. If leaving will make Flora happy, I'd like nothing more than to see her off with a smile. So she's leaving, then. Okay. That's probably the healthiest choice.
Goodbye then, little village. What an astonishing village that was, Professor Layton. Does this mean you'll be gracing the front page of the London Times again sometime soon?
No, Luke. St. Mystelle's secret must stay between us.
Huh? Why do you say that?
You'll see, my dear boy. We don't want people to make a spectacle of Flora. That wouldn't be right.
Of course. Always thinking of others.
Well, one must always put a lady's needs first. That's what a gentleman does.
Oh, man. That, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, was Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Okay, so as somebody who does not consider himself particularly intelligent or as someone who has a mind for puzzles, this is delightful. This is perhaps the single most charming puzzle book I have ever even seen. Like, it's a fun story. And you have to basically solve puzzles in order to see the full story. And that, I think that's more than rewarding enough to justify it. Especially if you just inherently love puzzles in general, then it's like, oh boy, lots of fun puzzles and a fun, charming story on top of it? Yeah, no wonder this game took off and was a franchise. I think even a new one is coming out in, like, next year-ish or so? But yeah, no, man, how much effort does it take to that goes into making all those puzzles? Oh my, I have to say, that is crazy. I'm glad I finally played this, and I know that this is probably going to be a pretty different Let's Play compared to a lot of other things I do. Probably even different from things like Phoenix Wright or Danganronpa, which are also, you know, they're also puzzle games in their own ways. In that it's a lot of me kind of sitting and thinking. And I don't know how freakishly entertaining that really is, but I assume that if you're watching a Professor Layton Let's Play, that you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. And I hope that whatever it is you were looking for was something I was able to provide. And I would absolutely love to play more of this series. I admit, I was scared and worried about how this was going to go. I thought I was going to be an absolute mess, and that I was just not going to be able to make this work at all. And I don't know. Maybe this won't be a super popular Let's Play, but I don't know. My mentality has always just kind of been, you know, as long as I'm making a couple people smile. 2 or 3. I think that's more than enough justification to make something, especially if it also is making me happy too, you know? Man, yeah, no. Oh my god, what? No, don't, no, Luke, no, God, take that off. I mean, it's making Flora laugh, but I don't like that. No, thank you. That's creepy as all hell. Anyway. This has been wonderful, and yeah, wait, the fat robot still eats? Interesting. So do they all know they're robots now? Or do they just never question why they never age? And again, is Bruno just going to stay behind forever and repair them for as long as he is alive? Yo, she has no she's got no applicable skills. Oh, she's kind of adorable, though. Let's be real with ourselves. So does she just chill with Layton and Luke now? You know another reason I want to play more? They've got to get into, like, Layton and Luke's backstory at some point, right? I want to know why they're hanging out. I want to know why Layton is the guy that he is. I want to know why Luke is here. I want to know what I assume they're not familiarly related. So I'm curious how they teamed up. What happened? Is this like a Marty and Doc situation or something? We going back to the future? Just pals? I'm curious. I'm curious if Flora will ever show up ever again, or if she'll mysteriously disappear without explanation. Because sometimes games do that. I wouldn't get on their case for it, but I am curious. Then yeah, absolutely. We will be seeing more of this. Oh, hang on, we might be getting something here. A letter. I hope that if you watched all of this, you enjoyed it. There's going to be a little bit more. I'm just going to tell you now. I want to do a bonus video of, at the very least, doing enough of the puzzles to get all of the stuff for the gizmo, the painting, and the inn. I want to get those done. Just, that's a me thing. That's for me. That's my personal thing that I want. And, oh, it was a letter with the photo. Oh, that's lovely. Ooh, intrigue. I have been the Max of Few Trades. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoy the bonus video when I get that out. And I will otherwise see you again for a brand new Let's Play, whatever that might be. Perhaps it will be something a little bit more in my personal wheelhouse. I'll see you all then.